Okay, amigos, so we're talking about pedir and servir, the two verbs. The reason we're doing these together is because pedir and servir are both what we call E to I stem changing verbs. So that's this part right here. So the E and this little E right here are going to change to an I. Now, remember with all the stem changing verbs in the present tense, we don't always change them. So we refer to these as boot verbs, because these guys right here, if you look, the I's are going to be, those E's are changed to I's in all of these cases, both for pedir and servir. But if you look over up here at the we form and the vosotros form, nosotros and vosotros, the E stays, right? So we just have to remember that in the we form, these guys right here, the we form and the vosotros form, those do not change. And as a reminder, the reason we call these a boot verb is because if you use incredible imagination and you draw better than I drew here, you can imagine that this object here is in the shape of some sort of a boot. So it's a really long toed boot, but there you go. So boot verbs. So that's what we are referring to here. So if we look at some examples, so we can start, I guess, with this example here. Yo pido, so I order ensalada. I order salad for lunch. Or we can change that to servir, right? Yo sirvo, right? You could change that. I serve ensalada para almuerzo, or I serve salad for lunch. So really what you have to do is you have to figure out which of these verbs you're using, right, in the singular or in the plural, and then you just insert them into your sentence, remembering to change the E right here unless you are in the we form. So that's essentially how that works. So if we were to look at a couple of examples, here we have, it says escoge la forma, choose, this is choose right here, escoge la forma correcta del verbo servir para decir que sirve cada persona. So choose the correct form of the verb servir to say what serves each person. In other words, what is each person serving? So here we have to, the main goal here is to figure out who we're talking about, because we only have a few options. Remember that the only options we had were these options right here. So it's going to be one of these verbs. We just have to determine which one. So the easy way to figure that out is look for your subject. So here we have what food, and then you guys, right? What food do you guys serve? So this one is a singular verb. That's the yo ending or I ending. This one is plural. That would be you, all, or they. So it has to be answer B. So we put B here. Right? So that's basically how it works. Figure out who you're talking about. So I'll give you some clues here. For example, the second one, we're talking about yo. I serve Mexican food in my house. Number 3, we're talking about Amalia. Amalia is her name, so it's a she. So which one of these is a she serves? She serves soft drinks y papas fritas, French fries, in her party, at her party. Then we have nosotros, that's the we form. Remember, the we form does not change the E to I, so we have two options. We have the vosotros option, and we have the nosotros. All you have to do is pick out which one. So we serve juice and water for lunch. And our numero cinco, we're referring to two. So which one of these is a two ending? You serve dessert after the food, right? So that's pretty much how you do that one. Not super difficult, just choose the correct verb. Here in this section, the instructions want you to use pedir. So our only options are going to be pido, pides, pide, pedimos with an E, and piden with an I, right? Unless we're using the vosotros form in Spain. So here we have two people, so automatically, without doing anything else, we know it has to be either piden or pedimos. So you and I, we order sandwiches, cheese sandwiches, and tomato. So in other words, cheese and tomato sandwiches. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but anyway, that's what our sentence is going to say. So we're going to simply write down here Let's choose a different color. Tú y, whoops, this was yo. Tú y yo pedimos. That's the correct verb. That's our we form. Pedimos sándwiches de queso y tomate. There we go. That's our first answer. So here we have a plural form. Here we have just a you form in the polite usted form. Here we have a you form in the informal, so that's going to have an S on the end. Here we have papa for he, so he orders spicy salsa, and my friend, so the she orders. So there you are. Just write the sentence, insert the correct form of one of these verbs, and you are good to go.